Hi, David the Nib Wanderer here. A while back in my video about Ellington pens, I was asked about my opinion of the Lamy Safari. Well, I hadn't owned a Lamy Safari in 40 years or so, perhaps longer. And I don't know where that original pen is anymore. So I thought I would give it a shot. And in this video, I'm going to talking about the Lamy Safari. That led me on a safari of my own down the Lamy Road. This is the Lamy Safari. It is an icon of modern pen design. It's got the paperclip pocket clip, the little window so you can see if there's ink. It's got the funky straight-sided cylinder body, and it has this sort of triangular grip, which I guess some people like and some people don't. And it's a decent pen. But frankly, I didn't like the plastic that it's made out of, which I found to be not a great tactile experience. So I thought, well, I'll go up one level and I'll get the Lamy Al-star, which is the next one up. And it's basically the same pen, except the grip is transparent. And it's in anodized aluminum, which I think is a little bit nicer, actually, as a writing experience. It feels nicer in your hand. It's just a hair heavier, and it feels a little bit better when you're writing or sketching. But to be honest, I bought this one first, which is the Lamy Lux, the Lamy LX, which I thought was the Lamy Al-star, but wasn't. The only difference between the that I can tell between the LX and the Al-star is that the Lux has a black nib, and they all seem to write the same to me. I could not tell the difference. I guess the Lux has the Lamy logo on the front, and the Al-star has the Lamy on the bottom, but that may just be because of how it's screwed on this particular pen. So I really can't tell. So anyway, they're okay pens. They're kind of workhorse pens. They write pretty well. Let's start a new page here. So the Safari, I have in an extra fine, and I'm using their cartridge. I really don't like that none of these pens come with a cartridge converter. They only come with cartridges, and I think that's because I don't know why that is, but it is. And so you have to pay extra for the converter if you want to use non-Lamy inks. I think I said this is the Al-star, and this is the Lamy Al-star, which is misspelled, and that's a medium. And again, it's using the Lamy cartridge, and that's okay. Or is this I can't tell in this light. Let's look at it again. No, this is the LX. And it writes pretty well. There's not much feedback. And I guess this is actually the Lamy Al-star, and it's a fine. And so I've experienced they all feel like the same pen to me, with only minor differences. I do prefer the aluminum body on the Al-star and the LX, and in my own personal opinion, the extra fine is far too fine. It feels like you're writing with a needle. But some people like that, and some people find that it's useful to avoid bleed through and ghosting, and also feathering on cheaper papers. So yeah, I think all of them. I don't like the Safari that much because the plastic just feels cheap. For the Al-star and the LX, I cannot tell the difference between the two pens other than the price, and so I would do an Al-star if you're in that boat. But they're not that different in price. The Lux is just a little bit more expensive. They all run between $18 and $29, so they're not going to kill you. I think they're great everyday carry pens. So, if you lose one or you bend a nib or something, it's not going to be, a disaster. And you can, in fact, swap out these nibs. So if you bend a nib, you only have to buy a new nib. You don't have to buy a new pen. I do wish they came with cartridge converters so that you could have a little bit more fun with the ink. And these cartridges, the Lamy cartridges, are enormous. So unless you are writing tons every day, these cartridges are going to last a long time. So, and that's a good thing, actually. But if you get tired of the color, you kind of have to work your way through it. Anyway, that's what I think about the Lamys.